Hey yo, great vibes on 10. True squad in the building, Mr. Clean, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun, and Loretta Von Lux. Everybody, everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Great vibes on 10. Everybody sing it loud. Great. Yeah. The van keeps rolling, got the team all set. Chasing down the facts on the internet. Everybody talking, everybody got a claim. But we pull up looking deeper than the fame. Candy cane swinging that candy cane high. Walking through the chaos with a sparkle in the eye. Sweet on the surface, but she call out a lie. Got receipts in the pocket, watch the stories all collide. Mr. Clean in the middle with the game plan tight. Keeping everybody focused when it turns into a fight. Great vibes on 10, that's the motto every night. Bringing calm to the madness underneath the spotlight. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. For the win, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan in the mix. Ronnie Webb,
Danger Bun,
and Loretta, dropping hits. Great vibes on 10. Yeah, we turning up the room. Scammers get nervous when they hear we're coming soon.
great vibes on 10.
For the win,
That's the slogan we defend. Truth over fiction and we're riding to the end.
Aloe Vera cool when the drama gets hot. Smooth like a breeze when the rumors get caught. Everybody panicking, everybody losing track. She brings the conversation right back to the facts. Butter Pecan steady, never rushing the case. Looking at the details, everybody misplaced. Quiet with the wisdom, always keeping the pace. Then she drops one question and it changes the whole race. Ronnie Webb riding through the storm with style. Got a sharp intuition and a confident smile. People tell stories, she can listen for a while. Then she finds the missing pieces hidden under every pile. Loretta Von Lux, Loretta Von Lux, walking in designer flair. Gold hoops in her ears and highlights in her hair. Luxury coat swinging while she surveys the scene. Spot a fake story quicker than you ever seen. Tiny little diva, but her instincts are elite. She can sniff out contradictions from a mile down the street. Gucci on the shoulders, confidence on max, while she's quietly collecting every piece of every fact. She don't gotta shout, she don't gotta bark. One look from Loretta and she's already found the mark. When the scammers start sweating and the stories don't match, Loretta's already smiling cause she solved another catch. Lights flat,
Crowd jump,
music hitting hard.
truth hunters.
Fact checkers never dropping guard.
Everybody dancing while we're putting clues together. Searching through the nonsense no matter what the weather.
Danger Bun, hopping through the comments every day. Little bunny energy, but she's leading the way. Hashtag save the bunnies, yeah, you know what she'll say. Then she'll uncover 3 mysteries before the end of the day. Curly ears bouncing, got determination strong. When the trail is complicated, she keeps moving along. People think it's funny till she proves the rumor wrong. Then the whole room singing to the Danger Bun song. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. Mr. Clean holding center, keeping everything aligned. Candy Cane and Aloe Vera, always searching what they'll find. Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun on the run. Loretta Von Lux in designer shades, making fact, checking fun. Great vibes on 10.
True squad to the end. Searching through the fiction, letting real stories win.
Great vibes on 10. Now she don't gotta bark. One look from Loretta and she's already found the mark. When the scammers start sweating and the stories don't match, Loretta's already smiling cause she solved another catch. Lights flat,
Crowd jump,
music hitting hard.
truth hunters.
Fact checkers never dropping guard.
Everybody dancing while we're putting clues together. Searching through the nonsense no matter what the weather.
Danger Bun, hopping through the comments every day. Little bunny energy, but she's leading the way. Hashtag save the bunnies, yeah, you know what she'll say. Then she'll uncover 3 mysteries before the end of the day. Curly ears bouncing, got determination strong. When the trail gets complicated, she keeps moving along. People think it's funny till she proves the rumor wrong. Then the whole room singing to the Danger Bun song. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. Mr. Clean holding center, keeping everything aligned. Candy Cane and Aloe Vera, always searching what they'll find. Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun on the run. Loretta Von Lux in designer shades, making fact, checking fun. Great vibes on 10.
True squad to the end. Searching through the fiction, letting real stories win.
Great vibes on 10.
For the win,
That's the slogan we defend.
truth truth over fiction, and we're riding to the end.
The van keeps rolling, the music keeps glowing, the truth keeps showing. Truth Squad moving. Mr. Clean, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Heart of Pecan, Rami Wet, James Bond, Ella Red, Von Lux. Everybody singing loud. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, for the win, for the win. Truth Squad in the house.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10.
Ooh-wee, y'all, we back. What's going on? It's your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win, y'all. We are back. We are back. Good to see y'all back in the building, y'all. Again, we're here. Second day. Going live twice a day. Woo! This is a lot. Good to see y'all back coming through. I do apologize for being a little late. I did say that I was going to be back around 7 p.m. Central Time, and it's a little after 8. But again, y'all, welcome back. Welcome back again. Listen, y'all, the topics that we're covering this month is nothing short of easy on the ears and also easy on the eyes. Thank you, Randy. Thank you. I know over the past about 2 years, we've been covering a lot when it comes to human trafficking, and especially when it comes to the Allie Carter situation, and that situation right there was just it was different, and we was on that for a very long time, and even though Shelly is still dropping videos, making threats and shit, we're going to get to that a little, later on. But I gotta take a break from them individuals, because those two right there is just a handful, and they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about nothing. They don't care who they talk about, who they railroad. What the hell is going on with this? Who they trample over? These people don't care. And we found out that her biological mother was the same way. Hold on one second. Okay, all right, we're going to stop this. I'm trying to make sure I have the correct information with this topic. This is sad. So as y'all know, we started covering we start covering the 4 P's in the pod, the husband, wife, and the grandparents, and their whole situation with those 16 children that were all living in the same room, tucked away. The neighborhood didn't know nothing about. I mean, the neighbors didn't know it was children in their home, and y'all followed the story. Cool Mama, you asked, GB, did Randy give you my message? Yes. I replied back to you. Those messages, Cool Mama, that they be sending on Rumble, don't believe the hype, because they do the same thing on YouTube, and they be inboxing me on TikTok. Don't even worry about that. But thank you for letting me know those messages were being dropped in the comments over on Rumble. So yes, Randy did relay a message, and but I seen it when you sent it to me earlier. I just never got around to it. So again, thank you. Everybody, welcome in. I got to give a shout out to a few people. I got to give recognition where recognition is due. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Can somebody please tag Diana and Delanis for me? Diana, Delanis. I'm gonna read out the top 10. Okay, Diana is here. What about Delanis? Let me give this shout outs first before we get started on this topic. All right, thank you, Laura. Let me ask you a question while everybody's still coming in. Who heard about this story? Thank you, Candy Cane. Drop one in the chat if you heard about this story. Oh, Becoming, you already know it. Diana be going off on my ass. Okay, so Diana, you know about this. You know what, Diana? I'm learning a lot about you. I see that you follow a lot of true crime stories. Laura, you know about this? Okay. When I start this story tonight, a lot of y'all gonna be sick. You said it pissed you off when you heard it. Yeah, this story tonight, y'all, is gonna make you sick to the fucking stomach. Okay. No, we never covered this one, Laura. Oh shit. Okay. So let me I'm gonna read out the top 10 gifters over the last month. All right, because TikTok do cycles, okay, monthly cycles. YouTube, I'll be able to reach y'all's off on the 15th. That's when the data is going to be updated. All right. Yes, that's when the data is going to be updated. But listen, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, y'all be active in the chat. That's the only way they're going to push the live stream out. If it's quiet, YouTube is not going to push it. They need engagement. Okay, social media runs off engagement. Okay. I promise you, I cannot stress that enough. All right, so we're going to give a shout outs to now, Diana. You have 2 accounts. Your account with Diana 08337. I want y'all to listen to this. Diana has given 196,000 diamonds. 196,000 diamonds. That's just her 08337 account. And then Delanis, you're coming in at number 2 with 121,000 diamonds. Then Diana, your other account, is coming in at number 3 with 70,000 diamonds. Cuz, you at number 4 with 54,000. Candy Cane, you're at number 5 with 40,000. B Genie, you at number 6 with 36,000. Letty, you at number 7 with 30,000. It's Amy, you at number 8 with 25,000. Laura, you at number 9 with 23,500. Randy, you at number 10 with 18,000. And then Miss M, you at number 11 with 17,000. Then Darkness, you at number 12 with 14,000. I think y'all should give those young ladies a round of applause for being the top 12 gifters in a 30-day cycle period. So shout outs to those top 12 people that I just called out. Thank y'all so much, young ladies, for being so generous towards this platform. Shout outs to you. And I'm going to personally say thank you. I love y'all. And I really appreciate that. All right. Now, the most watch time. Now, this is going to be a first for me. The most watch time. Whoo, shit. Over the past 30 days, y'all listen up. Is Queen T in the building? You know you don't, Granny. Queen T, are you in the building? Okay. All right. Y'all give the word to Queen T if she when she do come in. Over the past 30 days, y'all listen up. We'll say 28 days, but I'm gonna say 30. Queen T is at number 1 watch time, 83 hours and 56 minutes. And these are live watch times. 83 hours and 56 minutes watching this live stream. Candy Cane, you're at 81 hours and 49 minutes. B Genie, you at number 3 with 81. Listen, B Genie, you at number 3 with 81 hours and 34 minutes. Marshawn is at number 4 with 75 hours and 3 minutes. Cheryl, you at number 5 with 73 hours and 22 minutes. Teresa, you're at number 6 with 73 hours and 19 minutes. Laura, you're at number 7 with 72 hours and 46 minutes. Kiki is at number 8 with 70 hours and 45 minutes. Chelsea is at number 9 with 70 hours and 9 minutes. Randy, you're at number 10 with 69 hours and 34 minutes. And then we got Mona, 68 hours. Queen Neil at 66 hours. Those are the top 12. Those young ladies deserve a round of applause. That's a lot of watch time for one person to be watching a live stream. That's a lot. All right, that's a lot. So again, thank y'all so much for dedicating y'all time and efforts into this platform. I really appreciate that. I have to give recognition where recognition is due, okay? Now, with that being said, everybody, welcome in. This your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win. TikTok, do not forget to give your daily heartbeat. YouTube, if you don't have a star by your name, please do not forget to join our membership. And also, TikTok, y'all, please be encouraged to join the TikTok fan club. I think that's the super club, the fans. It's one of those things. Come on, y'all, don't be stingy now. Let's join it, all right? That's going to help to keep the platform going, okay? We don't sit behind these microphones just for the hell of it, okay?
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Let me tell y'all how petty Diana is. Let me tell you how petty Diana is. Diana is so damn petty. Sometimes she'll wait till, till I'm in the middle of a sentence. And I'm Lord, why they messing with me? Why they messing with me? Why they messing with me? I'm trying. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Meta, you know what? Hold on. Gigi, Diana, Diana will wait till I'm in the middle of a sentence, and then she'll throw it, and then she'll just like move out the way and go in a corner somewhere, and then like an hour later she'll just pop back up. And she won't say shit in the chat. That's her way of saying, GV, I'm here watching. But she'll wait till I'm in the middle of a sentence to do that. She petty as hell. Shout outs to Diana. Shout outs to Meta. Thank you for the future encounter. And also, Diana, thank you for the future, for the Epic GG. 1200 and 1500. Meta, we miss you, sweetheart. Y'all petty, man. Y'all petty. Shout outs to Meta for the fireworks. Marshawn, thank you for the hat and mustache. Again, thank y'all. I really do. Thank y'all, because what we about to talk about tonight, y'all better get the laughing out now. Get this smiling and shit. Whew. Whew. Diana, Meta, Laura, Marshawn, thank you. Why she beating the damn drums? I said shit about no drums. Meta, thank you for the drums. Shit beating in drumline. With Nick Cannon. Thank you for the staying on one accord. Can I finish talking? Golden shout outs. Boy, I'm all over the place right now. Golden Rule, shout outs to you, sweetheart. Thank you for the fireworks. I really appreciate it. God is going to bless y'all with the fireworks because it's the 4th of July tomorrow. So that's why y'all throwing the fireworks. I got you, Diana. Y'all look at the topic. And I was trying to be nice as I can with this topic. Diana said, not my fault. That was Gigi. Amen, Gigi. Thank you. Hold on, Kiki. Hold on, B Genie. B Genie. That's the second day in a row you threw like 3 of those.
Man keeps rolling, got the cream on.
What the
afternoon.
hell
You know
is
why I
going
pulled you
on?
over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Can I have my turn now? We haven't started the live yet.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Okay. All right. Listen. Can I get started?
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Is it okay? I have the pettiest people that support this platform. Y'all take petty to a whole nother level. Yeah, yeah. Listen.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Amy said, she said, I know you didn't. Hell, listen, y'all got YouTube started. Y'all got YouTube started, okay? YouTube, Candy Cannon, through 200 Joules, the flow state, then through what's that, a 6-7 Joule. Never seen that before. So now y'all got YouTube started. They over there throwing. Listen, Melly Mel, thank you for the jellyfish that we will never see. Okay, that none of us will never see in the ocean. This the closest any of our asses are going to get to some damn jellyfishes. All right, they make it look good, but that jellyfish will fuck your ass up. Randy, thank you for the double fireworks, because y'all know the 4th of July is tomorrow. Just saying. Nobody. They lied to you. Randy, thank you for the hanging lights. Can I get started with tonight's live? Thank you for the pop parrot. Can I get started? Are y'all ready for tonight's live? I'm asking so I can start pulling people in so we can get the numbers, the viewership up. The hell you mean maybe?
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Marsha, what you laughing at? I'm trying to talk. I'm really trying to talk. Lady came in, took the title with the swans. Then you got Gigi back in here acting the whole ass of herself. Her, Randy, Diana, fucking B Genie, Melly Mel, Meta J. Can we please get started on tonight's live? I've been trying to get started for the past 30 minutes. Literally, for 30 minutes. Dawkins, I already know what you're doing. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, she said sure.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Gigi, thank you so much. Darkness, thank you. Let's get started. Damn, Melly Mel, thank you for the watermelon. Look. watermelon.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch! Suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Can I please get started? Don't tell me to sit down. Can I please get started on tonight's live? Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? This screen been going crazy. This screen been going crazy.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not
Can I
really.
get
I was under the
started on
limit.
the...
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch! Suspect
Yo,
vehicle just took
stop.
off on foot...
I'm curious about the watermelon filling.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch! Suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
That dog want to get out. That dog want to get out.
Afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop! Stop the car! Dispatch! Suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Yeah, they still going. We haven't got started tonight. I've been trying to get started for the past 37 minutes. Seriously. Melly Mel sent me a watermelon filling. Like, when she sent that, I said, well, thank you. I said, just took me back to what the dude, Austin's father said. He said he called him a watermelon. He called him a watermelon felon. I said, damn. Now listen. Okay. Listen. Thank y'all for y'all support. Okay. Thank y'all. I'm glad we can laugh about that. Because when I played that interview, a lot of people didn't find it too funny at the time. But I want to give a shout out to Diana. Thank you for that Liberty Bell. But again, I understand why y'all are doing this, because again, tomorrow is the 4th of July. If y'all watch the I would recommend y'all. Now again, I want to make this clear. You know, I have no issue with our person at the White House. Okay, I've been following him since the mid-90s. Okay, but it's something that he did that you would never see at the White House anymore. And do y'all remember when he did that boxing ring? And when the guy came out to sing, you know, the national anthem, they had the fighter jets to fly over the White House, which I thought was completely badass. And again, I don't think we would ever see something like that again in our lifetime, the way that was set up. No, you don't have to stop, Gigi. So if y'all get a chance, y'all please go back and watch that. When I seen that for the first time, it damn they gave me chills on my arm. But we don't have to get into the history and all that stuff. But I'm just saying overall, it was that was pretty nice. So again, listen, thank y'all so much for starting this live off, being very gracious. From Diana to B Genie, Melly Mel, Meta, Randy, Candy Cane, Laura, Amy, Cake Maker, Marshawn, Queen Nia, Kentech, Chelsea, IMT, Yvonne. Y'all came in through the door just pounding it down. So because y'all did that, more than likely TikTok is not going to mess with us tonight. All right. Again, happy early 4th of July to all of you all. I hope that y'all have a great weekend. And again, thank y'all for spending y'all pre-Eve with me, okay? And Gigi, I don't see Gigi in the... Gigi, I don't see your name on the list over here. Can
Good
y'all...
afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Diana, don't throw that again. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't throw them gloves again. Cause a few weeks ago your ass did that shit. I couldn't even do the platform. I couldn't even go live about the topic. We just end up bullshitting the rest of the live. The moment your ass threw that shit a few weeks ago, the
Good
live...
afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
That was Diana instigating. Y'all see that shit? That motherfucker was 7,000 diamonds. That motherfucker was 7,000. I'm trying to get started on the live tonight. I'm just
Chasing down the facts on the internet. Everybody talking, everybody got a claim.
That motherfucker was
But we pull up
$7,000.
looking deeper than the fame. Candy cane swinging that candy cane high. Walking through the chaos with a sparkle in
Good
the
afternoon.
eye.
You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait,
Are you even licensed to drive? Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
When it turns into a fight, great vibes on 10. That's the motto every night. Bringing calm to the madness underneath the spotlight. Great vibes on 10.
Let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. For the win. Candy cane, aloe vera, butter pecan in the mix. Ronnie Wet
Danger Bun.
and Lovetta. Dropping hits. Great vibes on 10. Yeah, we turning up the roof.
I'm trying to get the fucking live started. But you got Diana, you got Gigi, you got B Genie, you got
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
You know what? Fuck it. Just fuck it. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Just fuck tonight's live. Just fuck it. Just fuck it.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Are y'all standing up? One nation under, what is it? One nation under God. What is it called? I forgot. I don't even know what the damn.
Listen, I'm really trying to get started on tonight's live. I
Oh,
really am.
say, can you see?
Diana, motherfucking Meta, they instigating with them boxing gloves. Y'all listen, can I get
Good
started?
afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car!
allegiance
Dispatch, suspect vehicle just
to
took
the
off
flag
on foot...
Of the United States of
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
nation under God.
indivisible,
Just
And liberty's just for all.
justice
for all.
Can I get started? Oh,
GV. I see veins popping in your forehead, sir.
I just want to get started. Because when people go back and watch the
was the
replay-
night before Christmas. and
Listen,
all
when
through
people
the
go back
house.
and watch this replay,
Not as-
I need them to push this video out. Because, listen, can I please get started? Gigi, Diana, Cake Maker, all of y'all asses, can I please get started on tonight's live?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I guess so.
Let's get started.
Bye.
Please, I gotta beg. Please, I'm begging. I am begging.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop
All right,
sign
guys,
and...
let's-
Are you
let's-
even
let's
licensed to
hold
drive?
this.
Hard to say.
Let's hold
Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
and now listen. Hey, that cat's gonna get a DUI.
Too late.
Hey, let me ask you something. Was this that same article that I was reading?
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna drop down.
Thank you so much. Listen, pretty please, y'all. Can I get started on tonight's live? It's been 47 minutes. I've been begging y'all to get started on tonight's live. But I have the most pettiest people that follows this platform. Y'all take petty to a whole nother level. And for those damn boxing gloves, that you just instigating. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Laura, thank you for the help. Okay. Gigi, you said you knew. Listen, they do this shit. They do this shit. It's like they pick and choose what they just come together and don't let me talk for damn near 45 minutes. I love y'all too. I hear you're cool, mama. Meta. All right. Now listen, Laura, thank you for the fairy. All right, y'all. All right. The face. All right. All right, I gotta put the face on. No, Dee Dee, you stay your ass right here. You said, okay, I'm going out to dance with my sister. See y'all tomorrow. No, take us with you. Take us with you. while you're dancing with your sister, have your phone right there on you. If you got them Meta glasses, use those. You can watch me in one of those lenses. Take us with you. Now listen, y'all petty, GG. Okay, the topic. I was gonna introduce the topic, but I'm gonna go ahead and let Jesse introduce the topic. Now I'm being petty. Have fun. GG being petty. Have fun. And shout out to everybody on TikTok. And also Candy over on YouTube. Thank y'all. I'm gonna let this gentleman introduce to y'all. Okay, I got you. And now y'all, again, what is about to be brought forward, be prepared, okay? I was looking at some of the comments from some of these videos. Y'all, we got some racist ass people out here. That's all.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
That dog be hollering for his life. I was looking through the comments. Y'all, we got some racist ass motherfuckers out here. Especially on the west side of this world, which we call the United States of America. Y'all, pay attention to this. Woosah.
May God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not.
A West Virginia couple will spend the rest of their lives in prison after adopting 5 children, only to subject them to unimaginable horrors, including being locked.
Wait for it. Now we can get started. That's like the icing on the cake. Shout out to Cuz, y'all. Shout out to Cuz. Shout out to Cuz again. Shout out to Cuz again. I told y'all, listen. Shout out to Cuz. You said the pumpkin. It never fails. You just can keep doing it because Halloween ain't that far away. So don't even stop. Cuz don't even stop. Halloween is not that far away. We're in July now. August, September, October. We 3 months away. So don't even stop. Just keep doing you. All right, y'all, let's go. Y'all pay attention to this.
What you did do was put on one of the most reprehensible, narcissistic defenses that I have ever seen in my years of trial work. And may God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not.
A West Virginia couple will spend the rest of their lives in prison after adopting 5 children, only to subject them to unimaginable horrors, including being locked inside of a shed for days and forced to perform grueling labor. But thanks to those who refuse to stay silent, these monsters will never walk free again. I'm going to speak with civil rights attorney Joe Richardson to dive into this truly disturbing case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. This is a story of a nightmare that was disguised as a home. It is a case that is so brutal and upsetting that it has drawn national outrage.
No, Gigi.
Jeanne Whitefeather and Donald Lance, a white West Virginia couple, adopted 5 black children, but not to love them, no, to abuse them in what prosecutors referred to as, quote, modern-day slavery. Their crimes? Human trafficking, child torture, forced labor. It is a level of cruelty that is so extreme. And last week, justice was served when these two were sentenced collectively to a punishment that exceeds 3 lifetimes, meaning they will die behind bars.
You know why I pulled you over?
Not really, I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and... Wait, are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Y'all give a shout outs to Gigi. Shout outs to Gigi. Thank you so much for being so gracious, Gigi. Damn, y'all are so gracious tonight. Again, I truly, truly thank y'all so much for supporting the platform. Even though TikTok is taking most of it. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Hell, we should be in the 80s.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really, I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and... Wait, are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Y'all, listen, thank you, Gigi, for that. Y'all, everybody hold on 1 second. Everybody hold on 1 second. Gigi, thank you for the gold medal. Thank you so much. Thank you for being so gracious. Paul, you mean to tell me you bring your ass in here just to say, bye, forget this site? I had to pause the video because you got people that supports this platform and they just showing their love towards the platform, and that made you feel some type of way. Y'all, people just get bent out of shape for no damn reason. For no damn reason. Shut your ass up. All right, y'all, listen up. Okay. Man, goddamn, Gigi, goddamn, young lady, your ass really showing out. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. All right, y'all, hold on, okay?
Marked the end of a harrowing case that began back in October of 2023 when a home health worker 911 call exposed the extent of what was going on inside this house, where the children, then aged 5 to 16, were imprisoned, starved, and forced to work like, quote, slaves on the couple's rural Sissonville property. But the real story lies in what those children endured and how they survived. So I want to go back to that October evening in 2023 when this house of horrors was uncovered. At 5:46 p.m. on October 2nd, a home health worker made this urgent call to the Kanawha County Sheriff's Office.
2 high-school kids walked in and out building. They've been in there for days.
And what deputies found when they responded was absolutely horrifying. According to an official news release from the sheriff's office, quote, deputies had to force entry into the barn where they located a juvenile male and juvenile female locked inside an approximate 20 by 14 foot room. The children had no means to exit the barn on the...
Y'all know people are actually having their fireworks, their 4th of July here. Like, that's crazy work. Cause what you ain't throw shit. Why you throwing a trick or treat? Yo ass. How you gonna take credit off somebody else? That's petty. Because y'all, I thank y'all. Listen, let me be honest here. I thank y'all for keeping me smiling on this right here. All right, y'all. Just everybody hold on. Let me let this video play, and then we'll get back to it, okay? So let me let this video play through for replay purposes, and then we'll get right back to it, all right?
Their own, no running water, no bathroom facilities, and were obviously into the barn, where they located a juvenile male and juvenile female locked inside an approximate 20 by 14 foot room. The children had no means to exit the barn on their own, no running water, no bathroom facilities, and were obviously deprived of adequate hygienic care and food. But the horror didn't end there. Inside the main house, deputies made another startling
Y'all listen
discovery.
to this.
According to the release, at the main residence, deputies located another small child locked inside alone. The child was observed in an unprotected loft approximately 15 feet high. So Lance and Whitefeather, they later arrived, were subsequently arrested, hit with a felony charge of gross child neglect of a child, resulting in the substantial risk of injury. Later, the charges were upgraded when they were dealt with a whopping 20-count indictment, including human trafficking, child abuse, using a minor for labor. By the time they stood trial, they faced 35 counts. And before we go any further into this, I want to bring on friend of the show, civil rights attorney Joe Richardson. Joe, thanks so much for coming on. This is such a terrible case. Initial impressions, initial thoughts on this one?
Oh my gosh, where do you even go? I mean, it's clear that these children were treated subhumanly in a way where there's no gray area. There's no, there's no two ways about it. There's so much that doesn't make sense here, particularly as it pertains to the idea that someone has actually been adopted and therefore you're supposed to care for these siblings and care for these kids and give them something that they're missing. And there's no two ways about what actually was happening to them, because we saw what we saw between the video, the things at the house. It's just problem all the way around, and that they're treated subhumanly. And the only way to describe it is, yes, they're treated like slaves.
What are the civil rights laws that are triggered here? Because again, you don't see these kind of allegations very often, at least in my perspective, in child abuse cases.
Yeah, I mean, boy, where do you start? So theoretically, what you can argue are that the civil rights of these children basically have been taken by their parents. It's kind of strange because you don't normally see it. Normally, the allegations are the criminal side allegations against the parents related to child abuse, related to child neglect and things like that. But is there a way to argue that the children had liberty taken away from them and those types of things in a case that would be against the parents? Well, that's not going to go very far. But could something be said about the agencies that were supposed to be looking after them? If they find information that would demonstrate it, they've been investigated for a while. They had been investigated for a while in the previous place that they lived. Is there potential for there to be something brought because these particular folks missed the ball?
Well, here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. These parents are understanding past home studies, adoption screenings, homeschooling the kids. Is there a problem in the vetting process?
There's an argument that there's a problem in the vetting process, but at the very least, there were investigations once they had the children. There were already claims that there were problems that way. And normally, though, it's harder to get a public entity, like it would be the state, a state agency, a county agency, for liability unless they breach a mandatory duty that is statutory. So you can't just sue them for garden variety common law negligence. But if you can show that they had some obligation in the law statutorily that they did not meet, then maybe you have something there, and it would certainly be worth looking at in this stage.
By the way, we were able to find criminal histories for both Whitefeather and Lance on TruthFinder, the powerful background checker. So we just put in their names and state, West Virginia, located their profiles in just a few seconds. And under their criminal histories, we found these charges for child neglect. Now, Law and Crime, we partner with TruthFinder. We use it to get details on people involved in our stories. But even if you do reports about almost anyone, so right now, if you're interested, you can get 50 pattern of racial targeting and abuse. And the evidence showed that they adopted these children from a Minnesota homeless shelter before moving them across state lines to Washington and then West Virginia, where the abuse had escalated. And jurors even saw damning proof of forced labor and psychological torture, including surveillance footage showing children being punished by standing motionless for hours with their hands on their heads. Now, what were the defense's claims? Well, Whitefeather's attorney, Mark Plants, called the shed where the deputies found the malnourished children a, quote, teen clubhouse. And I want you to listen to this argument from a preliminary hearing.
There's a key inside, and the 14 and 16 want their teenage clubhouse. They go down there and play around.
Now, this explanation collapsed under scrutiny because the 911 caller directly contradicted Plants, testifying she saw Lance lock the children inside. Neighbors also took the stand, describing how they'd suspected abuse from the moment the family moved into the neighborhood. One emotional witness explained why she contacted Child Protective Services.
I was afraid that they would move away and those little kids, nobody would be there to help them.
And when Whitefeather and Lance took the stand, their testimony painted a starkly different picture. Whitefeather claimed she was a devoted mother who cooked, cleaned, did most of the farm work herself. She denied all abuse allegations, doubling down on the teen hangout story.
I'm his mommy. I mean, they can disown me, but I will never disown them. As far as I'm concerned, they're my children.
You love all your children.
I love all my children.
And when Donald Lance took the stand, he painted himself and Whitefeather as overwhelmed parents simply trying their best, explained that one of the couple's children had mental health issues that they were trying to manage. But the jury had already seen damning evidence that told a very different story, including text messages where the couple referred to their black children as, and I'm very sorry to say this, monkeys. That's what they said.
Let me read this message. It says, local user. This right here was sent on July 17, 2023 at 3:42 p.m. Sorry for all the griping. I know you got enough going on with the 3 monkeys. I'm really sick right now and just irritated that these kids are such pigs and don't give a they got whatever that word is blurred out.
Mocked them, discussed physical punishments. Don't you know that digital evidence really hard to argue against? And in one particularly disturbing exchange, they used the initials PB to describe one child, meaning P-boy, P-brain, psycho boy. Here's how Lance attempted to explain these messages.
You know, after the 100th time that your 10 to 13-year-old kid, you know, who wets his pants, you know, it gets a little bit frustrating because every time it takes time, you have to get him cleaned up, change his clothes, or get his clothes changed, and it gets frustrating.
Joe, back to you. I mean, what do you want to hit first? The surveillance footage, the witnesses, the text messages? Was it a foregone conclusion that they were going to be convicted of a lot of these charges?
Yeah, it actually was, because they had the receipts, as folks like to say so much. They were able to use these guys' own camera footage. You know what I mean? No, this is your footage. And of course, from the very beginning, neighbors saw that there were some things that were going on that shouldn't be going on. And then you add the texts that can't be, you know, sometimes people say, well, you text without context. Well, you've got full conversations where they're calling these kids out of their name. They're calling these kids something that they shouldn't be calling them if they actually care about them. So they're really able, it's very damning. It's not just people looking through the window and seeing some problems, even though that was there. It's their own actions, their own words, the things that they're saying that there's no gray area for. It's one thing if you're a little hard on a child or something and you're explaining it that way. They say you're teaching them discipline. You're teaching them discipline by calling them monkeys. What discipline are you teaching by having them stand for hours with their hands on their heads? What discipline are you teaching by them not being able to go to the bathroom? There's no excuse for it, and there's no gray area for it. So they were going to get convicted. say.
Tough case to defend. I mean, during sentencing, my understanding is the judge criticized them for their defense, chastised them for their lack of remorse. Why do you think they took the stand?
I guess they figured they wouldn't be any worse off for having done it, but it's a continued, it's up to them. Maybe it was against their attorney's advice, but it's also the potential for continued delusion, a continuation of the delusion that they've been in the entire time. So even though the evidence is damning, okay, there's still the matter of whether or not your explanation insults intelligence. And they really did that. I can imagine the jury was probably angry by hearing him. You call it a clubhouse? You didn't have to call it a clubhouse if it wasn't on text that it was called a clubhouse, or if it wasn't on video that it was called clubhouse. Why would you make that up? We all know it's not a clubhouse. So they made a lot of bad decisions in their testimony. They probably knew they'd have the book thrown at them anyway. But even if they're going to testify, which is rare, there's a question of how you testify. And the way that they testified really insulted the jury and the judge's intelligence.
And a few things here. I mean, first of all, I got to call out the people around here, the neighbors, the home health worker decided to get involved, alert CPS to what was happening. Lance had made the argument that, one of the children peed his pants, that this was frustrating, but these were children who were subjected to extended periods of time without even having access to a toilet, among other horrors, such as only being given peanut butter sandwiches, staying in dirty clothes. It compiled. Now, here's the thing. I want to go to the end of this case. So during closing arguments, Whitefeather's attorney argued that this was simply a case of bad parenting, that this was not racial animus. But prosecutor Madison Tuck dismantled that argument in her powerful closing argument.
I want to remind you that Defendant Whitefeather and Defendant Lance made a bet when they chose to move to Sissonville, West Virginia. They bet that people of West Virginia would not care if they mistreated their black children right out in front of the world. I ask you to prove them wrong.
And prove them wrong the jury did, delivering guilty verdicts on 31 of the 35 counts.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jeannie K. Whitefeather, guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of human trafficking of a minor child. We, the jury, find the defendant, Donald Ray Lance, guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of human trafficking of a minor child.
And so the convictions included human trafficking of a minor, civil rights violations, forced child labor, severe child abuse. Whitefeather was convicted of all 19 counts against her, including civil rights violations, while Lance was convicted of 12 of the 16 counts against him. So the jury didn't find him guilty of 4 counts of civil rights violations. And when sentencing came on March 19th, the children, who are now safe in foster care, faced their tormentors. And their words cut through the courtroom, with one child saying, "Don't call her my mother, please. That's my only request to you. Her name is Jeanne or Miss Whitefeather." Another child saying, "I will be something amazing. I will be strong and beautiful. You will always be exactly what you are, horrible." Judge Mary Claire Ackers delivered the final blow, sentencing Whitefeather to 215 years behind bars and Lance to 160 years behind bars.
And instead of apologizing today, because you never have said you're sorry, even though, Miss Whitefeather, you say you made some mistakes, but you're not sorry for them. And Mr. Lance, I didn't hear you apologize either when you had the opportunity. But what you did do was put on one of the most reprehensible, narcissistic defenses that I have ever seen in my years of trial work. And may God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not.
Now, the couple was also ordered to pay $280,000 each in restitution for the children's future therapy and medical care. Joe, why do you think that they were convicted, and why do you think Lance wasn't convicted across the board? I find it interesting in these kinds of cases when the evidence is so bad and egregious that if you have a jury who doesn't just automatically convict across the board, to me it signals they carefully looked at the evidence, and that makes their decision even more supported, even stronger. But why do you think they were convicted, and why do you think he wasn't convicted of some of those civil rights violations?
Well, clearly they were thoughtful, right? And so it would be, no one would have questioned this if they just said, listen, let's just sit around and have a lollipop and just find these guys guilty on everything. But they followed where the evidence took them. compared it to the elements of each of the causes of action. And it may be because of some level of decreased involvement as it pertains to a particular thing that lends to the civil rights cause of action itself, that they didn't get dad on all of those elements. Maybe one or two people on the jury weren't quite as sure. I am certain there might have been a couple of people who've been like, gosh, we can convict him of this. But technically speaking, as it pertains to this cause of action related to the civil rights violations, for what we saw, maybe we saw Mom, White Feather, here, but we didn't see Lance here with this and this particular thing. So a little bit technical, but it also shows how thoughtful they were.
When you hear a combined 375-year prison sentence, my understanding is maybe life in prison is just not an automatic punishment for these charges, but you combine all the convictions together, right? And that's how you come up with that number. What does that significance of that number mean to you? Because a lot of people say, 100 years in prison, 200 years in prison, 160 years in prison. Like, we look at life in prison, but sometimes the number is more impactful than just saying life in prison. There's something about that number. What did you take away from that, from the amount of time they're going to be behind bars?
Well, it shows that what they did was egregious, right? And it's recognized as egregious by the judge. I believe, as it pertains to both of them, and I don't want to get them mixed up, that theoretically they could qualify for parole. It would be many decades down the road, and I don't know that they actually will. But it's also a technical formula as well. You're at X number of years. Based on this, you could qualify for parole after Y number of years. So there's a technical formula component, but the number of years that acts that is several hundred years, first of all, speaks to two things. First of all, that it's totally egregious. Second of all, that there's no way, even if there was a technical possibility of getting parole at some point before they were dead, it's not going to happen.
How does, when you hear the kids speak, right, don't call her my mother, you get an insight into the psychological damage this did as well, right?
Yeah. These kids are never going to get over this. Some things that you can't get over, but you have to get through. So they'll need lifelong mental health care. That doesn't mean they can't live productive lives. That doesn't mean that they can't turn this negative situation into their own best positive outcome, but you never get over something like this. You just have to get through it a day at a time and push through and try to exact forgiveness in a situation where someone is not saying sorry and is not in a position to be or to deserve forgiveness. You've got to forgive them anyway, just so that you can live the best life you can and let them go so that you can therefore move forward. And it's very, very hard for someone that is so naturally aggrieved and has a right to be aggrieved. They've got a right to be mad for the rest of their lives, mad at the world, mad at everybody. But for them to be productive, they're going to have to find a way to move forward. And it's going to be very, very hard.
And I'll tell you, look, these two I don't see any option where they're getting out of prison. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to see step out of prison ever again. And these children are going to move on with their lives. You heard one say that they're going to be amazing. We wish them nothing but success and love and the best. But really, you got to also call out the people around them who refused to look away and spoke out and testified and called 911. So listen, Joe Richardson, tough case. Thank you so much.
All right, so let me read this to you all. This right here happened in Sissonville. And I think this right here was in West Virginia. Couple convicted of child neglect, trafficking, sued by two or more adopted children. And this right here came out April 15th of last year, okay? All the way up through like May 9th, when a lot of these allegations were coming out. So it says a parent of two of the adopted children at the heart of a high-profile Kanawha County child neglect and human trafficking case have sued the Sissonville couple already convicted of the crimes. E.G. as next friend of A.G. and J.G. filed a complaint April 14th in a circuit court against Donald Lance and Gina Whitefeather. The couple was convicted January 31 of locking 3 adopted children inside a closed-off area of a barn on their property. Whitefeather was found guilty of 19 counts, including forced labor, civil rights violation, abuse, and gross neglect. Lance was found guilty of 16 counts, including human trafficking, neglect, and forced labor. He was found not guilty of the 4 counts of the civil rights violation. Last month, of course, this was last year, Whitefeather was sentenced to the maximum of 215 years in prison, and Lance was sentenced to the maximum of 160 years in prison. And as we know, that's life in prison. You brought these kids to West Virginia, a place as I know as almost heaven, and put them in hell. Kanawha Circuit Court Judge Mary Claire Ackers said during the sentencing hearing. This is sad, y'all. The court will now put you in yours. And I think they are referring to as their hell. May God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not. In February, another of the adopted children filed a civil complaint against the couple as well. These children have been failed by everyone at every turn in their young lives. Attorney Dante and Ben Salago said in a joint statement to the West Virginia Records. First, by their parents, they were failed, and then they were failed by Child Protective Services. We intend to hold all these responsible for the horrific acts of abuse accountable. The couple, who are white, were accused of mistreating their adopted black children by locking them in a shed, forcing them to sleep on the floor, and use buckets as toilets, and more. Bring back memories. The couple was arrested October 2023 after neighbors saw Lance lock the oldest girl and her brother in the shed before leaving the property. A local county sheriff's deputy had to use a crowbar to get them out. We are going to turn over every stone in every state to make sure these innocent children have compensation for their horrific treatment visited upon them by their foster parents and authorities in charge of their placement and care. According to the newest civil complaint, oh shit, this is a lot, y'all. AG and JG were adopted by EG, and of course they using their initials because they were underage at the time. Were adopted by EG and her husband earlier this year in Fayette County. They have been adopted by Lance and Whitefeather in 2017 in Minnesota and moved with them to Washington State in 2009 before moving to West Virginia. AG and JG experienced shocking and severe physical and emotional abuse and neglect while under the care of the defendants, showing their adoption until such time as they were removed from defendants' custody by the authorities in West Virginia. The complainant states, defendants would deny AG and JG food and or water for days at a time. Defendants would violently strike AG and JG if defendants perceive these defenseless children were not listening to them. And defendants would not permit AG and JG to sleep inside of their house. And instead require these children to sleep outside in a tent or in an outbuilding, whether it be snowing, raining, very cold, or very hot. The complainant says AG and JG, which are the children at the time, have suffered severe and permanent physical and emotional injuries and damages. EG sues the couple on behalf of the two children for intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, battery, and false imprisonment. She says there have been medical expenses, physical pain and suffering, emotional distress. She says the children also have been deprived of the enjoyment of life as well as having suffered annoyance, embarrassment, humiliation, and inconvenience. The plaintiff seeks actual damages, consequential damages. Okay. Y'all, it's hard to read this. Y'all look at this one. I mean, listen to this one. Some of this stuff I'm not going to read out. I can't. My mindset won't allow me. In a criminal complaint against the defendants, deputies said a 9-year-old girl was found alone crying in a loft with no protection from falling. And another child was with Lance when he eventually returned. Deputies later were led to the couple's youngest daughter. Deputies said the children were found in dirty clothes, smelling of body odors, deputies said, and the eldest boy found barefoot with what appeared to be sores on his feet. During the criminal trial, the county prosecutors also showed racist text messages they said were from Whitefeather, who denied writing them. The oldest daughter testified the children were cursed at all the time and that Whitefeather used racial or racist language. In the civil case, the plaintiffs are being represented by David H. Carringer and Timothy Houston of Caldwell in Charleston by Ben's, whatever, I don't care, law in Charleston. The case has been assigned to the circuit judge, Stephanie Abraham. And they got the case number here at the bottom, which is why I pulled this particular up for that case number. You know, it's one thing to to watch movies and stuff about children being tortured. And, sometimes we get so numb to it to where, sometimes we just, have this notion that it just, maybe it's not real, it's just a movie. But these past few lives have been, has been very heavy, simply because of, it's like, damn, man. First we go with all these kids being up inside this home, locked up. And now you have these black children being treated as slaves. They were adopted by these two white parents that moved down to West Virginia so they can treat these black children like this while mentally abusing and physically abusing these kids. Because remember, they did get charged for human trafficking, forced labor. And some of us just sit back in our own home, feel protected, Well, you never know what is going on out there until, you hear on somebody's platform like this one, where you see it going across the news headlines. But also I see a problem with CPS. How can CPS allow something like this to happen? Because it sounds like to me that they were doing their proper follow-ups with the children that they release to these parents. I remember back in the day, if you got any type of government assistance, social workers would come out, and check, walk the home, make sure everything is okay. Back then, when they did adoption, social workers used to pop up at the house, sometimes unannounced, just to make sure. And I'm not saying that this was done all over, but CPS needs to be called out. How could you allow these kids to be treated as slaves, sleeping outside in an outhouse, no food, no water, no matter what the climate is, they have to deal with it in those conditions. They weren't allowed to go inside the house, I guess master's house, master home. They weren't allowed to go in there. If they didn't comprehend what the adopted parents were saying to them, or they didn't abide by their rules, they would beat the hell out of them while calling them these racial slurs, and then will make them do will put them to work. And if they don't pay attention and they don't do what they say, they will have to stand up for hours at a time while a camera is on them. How people call this country one of the greatest countries on earth. How do we let this happen? How can we allow this to happen? I'm wondering with the vetting process, when you have parents to go out, or potential parents to go out, and they're looking to adopt children. GB, be quiet, man. It's a video that I was watching related to this case, which I'm not going to show. I'm not going to put that on this channel. It showed where if they would try to escape, the white woman, the mother, she wasn't even a mother, the white woman, she will fire shots into the air. If they will try to escape out of this outhouse, they had the camera pointing at the door, because remember, they couldn't get out. The locking mechanism was on the outside of this outhouse, so it wasn't any way that they can get in and out. So if they would try to get out, the white dude, would come in there, and it showed him abusing the oldest one, the black young man. because I'm looking. I was on the internet and I was just searching and did some of the stuff that they were showing in the courtroom, and the look on his face, right? Well, you couldn't see his face, the young man's face, but you could tell that he was in severe pain because his hands were sideways on the alleged door trying to get out, but his hands were like this right here, and you can't. Oh my goodness. The counter is open. Yeah, I did say trafficking as well. Let me show y'all this. Shout out to Diana. Diana, thank you so much for the gold mine. Thank you so much, Diana, for the gold mine. Let me show y'all this. Y'all brace yourselves, okay? I really don't. I hate what it did to that screen. I don't even know why it's even using that screen like that. But it's all right. We'll deal with it. So I'm y'all look at this. I hate that it's using that particular screen. You know what? Let's do this. I'm sorry, y'all, but I have to do this. That's related to this case. Just to show you the evil monsters that we have out here. Okay, y'all brace for this.
The couple charged with human trafficking and forced labor after adopted children were found locked in a shed in Sissonville is set to go to trial on Monday. But this morning, attorneys hashed out some of the pretrial details, and in the process, we learned some more about this case, as Anna Saunders has that story for us tonight. But we do want to warn you before we show you the story that some of the images that you will see are disturbing.
Jeannie Whitefeather and Donald Lance walked into their last hearing ahead of their Monday trial to go over some of the concerns about what evidence and what testimony will be allowed to go before a jury next week. One of those matters is about an investigation into alleged abuse involving Whitefeather and Lance's treatment of their 5 adopted children before they moved to Sissonville in 2023. According to adoption records, Whitefeather and Lance adopted 5 black siblings from Minnesota in 2018 and moved to Washington State in 2019. It has been the argument from Kanawha County prosecutors that the two targeted the children because of their race to use them for forced labor. And according to recent court filings from prosecutors, including pictures from Whitefeather's phone and videos from the surveillance cameras they kept on the children, the alleged abuse started in Washington and was even investigated by the Okanogan County Sheriff.
Do y'all see that? Hold on.
Cameras they kept on the children.
Y'all see that pipe in his hand? That boy's holding his arm. Do y'all see that white PVC pipe in his hand? And the boy is sitting there holding his arm.
The alleged abuse started in Washington and was even investigated by the Okanogan County Sheriff's Office and their Department of Children, Youth, and Families for a year before they moved to Kanawha County. According to the filing, they kept them on a large ranch in Washington.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. CPS. Y'all look at that little girl. Look at the two boys. Y'all, there's nothing that they can do. See, people love to say, well, this couldn't happen to me. Well, this would never happen to me because I would have. You have no idea what it's like to be programmed at an early age, because for you at that time, this is correct. This is life. There's nothing, especially when all outside contact is non-existence. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. It kills me when people say, well, I would never gone for that. You never been in that situation. Never. You don't know what it's like for a child to be in a situation like that, to make that statement where what you wouldn't do or what you couldn't do. You don't know. You have no idea.
Denying them bedrooms in the home and forcing them to work outside, where punishments included physical violence or the withholding of food. In 2 instances where 2 of the children tried to run away, the children told investigators Whitefeather would fire her gun at them.
And Mr. Lance's alleged act.
So I was reading this report, and they said, according to the sheriff's deputy, that she fired into the air. I guess that was her allegation. So I guess it was proven that she was firing her pew-pew at them if they would try to run away. So I don't want to see anybody ever fix their mouth to say what you wouldn't have put up with, what you wouldn't have done. You never, ever been in that mental state as a child.
Of striking the child with the PVC pipe. We know about that only because there's a picture of it on Miss Whitefeather's cell phone, taken from their surveillance cameras that they used in furtherance of all of their other acts to.
Do y'all see that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, how can you explain this? How can a child say, I'm going to walk away, I'm going to run away from this? They can't. There's no escaping this form of abuse. You cannot run from this.
Isolate and control the children.
In April of 2023, the two moved to Sissonville with the children, where court records say immediately after their arrival, neighbors began making reports to CPS about the children being forced to work on the property, stand for long periods of time, and use a porta potty in the yard. And then ultimately the report of children locked in a barn, which...
Now, I'm not the brightest person in this on this platform. I would never claim to be. Y'all see what they're sleeping on? Y'all see that? Hey, Delanus. Good to see you, sweetheart.
led deputies to the Sissonville home in October 2023, where Lance and Whitefeather were arrested and later handed a 20-count indictment, including human trafficking, child abuse, and using a minor for forced labor.
They think that conduct in Washington during that 6 or 7 years is intrinsic to their case, and I agree with them. On the other side of that is my client's conduct in response to that is highly relevant and highly probative.
In response, Whitefeather's attorney Mark Plants is hoping to paint a different picture with text messages, medical records, and witnesses at trial that the couple is not racist and did not target or abuse these children. He is not objecting to the use of the Washington records because he plans to use information from Washington too. So does Donald Lance's attorney John Belinovich, but he is objecting to the use of the Washington abuse investigation since charges were never filed there.
What they're doing is they're trying to take things from these records in Washington to fit their narrative.
Some other issues that could come up at trial, whether or not Whitefeather and Lance are actually married, which could prevent them from testifying against each other. If they are, we do expect to hear from the children at trial, and Plants indicated on Friday that the plan now is for Whitefeather to also take the stand.
There's so much, I can't understate how much evidence that there is that it was a common plan or scheme.
In Charleston, Anna Saunders, Eyewitness News.
The panel is open, y'all. Dollar in the Dream, this right here is a different case. You know, my job as a host is not to be biased. You know, try to always remain neutral with dealing with these stories. You know, our job as a host is to make sure we can see the bigger picture, to see both sides instead of just kind of gravitating towards one. That's how you put out, you know, misinformation and misleading evidence, if you have any. and it can misguide your judgment when that happens. This right here, if I ain't never seen a man, I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get banned, bro. Like, you know, B Gina, how you doing?
You don't want to know the answer to that for real, right?
You got the platform.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. When I heard about this story, I surely said, this can't possibly be true, right? So I read and I read and I read, and the more I read, the more angry I became, because I'm trying to figure out, in this day and age, how do we miss this? How does a court appointed liaison miss this? How does CPS not know what's going on with this? How is the school system not aware or reporting this? And then I went back and thought about the fact that okay, yes, it's a wealthy family, and it should not make a difference, but it did. What would some of the warning signs have been for neighbors, for the schools? Would they have noticed that the children were afraid of adults? We're not even sure if they attended school, a regular school. Probably not, but we don't know this. I'm still reading about it. But, how do you teach them to trust adults or anybody? How do you get them to, or how do we integrate them back into society? Because they don't know society as a norm, right? So how would we normalize life for them? What would a daily life be for them, right? Okay, and okay, I see.
Go ahead, BJ. Oh my goodness. Oh. When you and Candy Cane get done, I'm gonna put a note. Let me write this down. I got some shout outs to do. I ain't gonna hold you. They just put a little smile on my face because I was about to say some of the most disrespectful ass things. I'm still gonna say it. Go ahead, Gina. Go ahead.
All right, so we're getting pretty close to a B Genie crash out, right?
Go ahead.
I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying not to say things, but let me tell you something. This is some bullshit. Because these children, you got children out there that are suffering. You got dumb people that's doing dumb stuff with their children, not like this girl holding her baby up. This silly stuff going on. You got children that are really truly going through it, who do they turn to? They can't trust anybody. If they bring any attention to themselves, there's consequences, you know? So they're struggling, they're suffering, they're fighting for their lives, literally. You know, being fed bread and water, being dressed and treated as a slave, being made to work outside in the heat, being made to carry heavy objects, being made to stand for hours on end with your arms over your head because you might have made a simple mistake, being humiliated. You know, in this day and age, how does this happen? How is this missed? How? I
Take your time, sweetheart.
I
Take your
am
time.
I am so disgusted, and doesn't matter what color the children is. This is a pure racial issue. It is pure putrid hate. It is some people that decided, I am going to take the legal system, the court, adopt these children, love them in public in the court, take them home, make them sleep in a barn, treat them like cattle, make them work bare feet and all, no matter what the temperature was. It's like they watched an old movie about slavery and decided that this is what we're going to do to these children. When I tell you my heart is so broken, it's so full.
Man.
TV, I am trying to keep some level of decorum, but what I'm going to ask you to do is when you crash the fuck out, can you please do it a little bit for me? Let some of it out for me. Don't lose your platform, but if we need to click off and go over to YouTube, do some crashes and come right back, I got you.
Oh, I agree.
This some bull.
I agree.
Ooh, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna hush because I'm about to say things I shouldn't say. And when I'm mad enough to cry, something is wrong. This is in 2020, what, 23, 24, and 25.
Look at this right here. Look at this right here. I'm gonna show you something. Look at this. What is that? Do you see that on it? What's on that table?
I see the rope. What, the rope? You mean the rope?
Yes, the rope that's on that table.
Ooh wait.
What the fuck was they using that rope for?
They was tying them up, tying them together, tying the hands up. You know, I was looking to see if there were any other cases similar to this, and boy was I shocked that it's when I tell you the doors opened and there were many current cases on this bullshit. Our society, why are they messing with the children? Leave these fucking babies alone. If you want to be a pervert crazy, go mess with some adult. Go do that. But what is the problem with messing with these children? They don't have a chance because now, even though they're out, these babies are scarred for life. They're going to be in treatment for the rest of their lives. They will never, ever have a normal life. Ever. I'm going to land this plane right now. I have to land it.
Oh,
I have to.
I got you. Go ahead, Candy Cane.
I'm sorry, VGV. I'm not really familiar with this case. But first of all, I wanted to ask you, do you want any information about earlier case, or you just want to strictly stick to this case?
Just stick to this one for right now.
Okay, I'll drop.
Guys, I'm going to tell you as my family here, I'm going to need the support for this. I'm going to need you guys to talk me off a ledge because this in this day and age, this is actually happening to children. To children. So I say we have to get involved. We have to pay attention to our neighbors. Pay attention to these children that are playing, in your neighborhood. Pay attention to the kids that never come outside. If we see something, we need to say something. We have got to turn this around because every week, every day, something is happening to these children. They are taking their own lives. They're being tortured. They're being abused mentally, physically, sexually. All this stuff is happening to these babies. And when I tell you I am so freaking angry, I'm going to breathe through it because I know we're going to get through it. But what I want to charge the family with here is let's put our heads together. Let's research and let's figure out what can we do in our families, in our neighborhoods, get our children involved because our children might see something that we don't see. What can we do? What? Doesn't have to cost us money, just energy and a heart. What is it? What can we do? Because it has to start somewhere. And we cannot expect anybody else to do something that we are not willing to do. So what is it? What do we do? Lord, just give me just a little strength. Just a little strength. Guys, give me a minute. Just give me a minute, and give me a minute.
Sorry about that. The kids. Listen, B Gina, y'all listen. I know this is heavy. Okay, I know this is heavy. I know this is heavy. I know this is heavy. It's heavy. And Candy Kane, the only reason why I said let's just hold tight on that other topic, because I don't want us to get sidetracked. That's why I put part 1 for that one, and also you see part 1 for this one, because we're far away from finishing this story and also the last one. The things that I really want to say, again, I know it would get me banned on TikTok alone, so I'm gonna try to keep it professional. First thing first, Diana, thank you. Delines, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Okay. But prior to y'all doing what y'all just did, my mind, it went left, and the crash out that I was about to have, I didn't want to offend anyone. However, again, thank you, B Gina, for sending me this information. I'm gonna show y'all this. So
by the way,
so
I
brought
excuse me
up
one quick second.
Okay.
A HR is no longer in the building. Just want to tell you that. HR ain't in the building. Get with it.
So on a part 2, when I tell y'all it's more stuff that we're going to speak about this particular case with these 2 individuals. You know, it's,
Go ahead, say it, cause this gets worse. This gets worse. Say it.
It's a time and place. Let me say this. As a parent, y'all, where do we go wrong? How? Well, see, I can't ask that question because I've never been there. If you're not ready to have children, stop fucking. Just stop having sex. Just stop. What you think the likelihood of you laying down fucking somebody, you're going to end up pregnant, or you're going to get somebody pregnant? Now y'all bring these children to this world, and now you don't know what to do, and you turn your children over to. I mean, you put yourself in a situation. Now your children have to suffer. Now the state come in and remove your children from the home, and end up in situations like this right here. When I tell y'all this hits this hits very close to home for me. It does. I want y'all to hear something. This right here is going to be an unexpected call, okay? Unexpected call. I'm finna call my oldest sister. I'm gonna ask her, Sarah, if you was to explain in one word the abuse we went through with our stepmother, how would you describe it? I just want y'all to listen, okay? Just an unexpected call.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey.
Hey, look here. I'm live streaming right now, and I'm dealing with a case that's dealing with child neglect and child abuse and different things like that. Let me ask you this question: If you was to describe in one word the abuse that we went through with Fatima from 1994 to year 2000, if you was to sum it up in one word, how would you describe it?
Oh, one word. Jeez, man.
But just a few words. It don't have to be one word.
No, and that's hard because it was so much abuse. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
It was just so much. It was a lot of abuse, but I don't know. I can't put it in 1 or 2 words.
All right. Are you at work?
Yeah.
Okay. What time you get off?
7 o'clock in the morning.
When I get off this live, I'm gonna give you a call. Okay.
All right.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye. She couldn't even describe it.
So GV, the fact that she could not describe it tells me everything. It tells me everything. Things that sometimes can't be said has to be understood. But what I will tell you is that abuse from my stepfather, I think I told part of this story before. When my mother found out what was happening, she did what she needed to do. And trust me, the punishment he received, he took that to his grave. But, it was like when mom was home, everything was kosher, it was good. She go to work. He had gotten, and that was the first time we knew anything about like a layoff. He worked for Firestone Tire Company, and they had a layoff. No, I'm sorry, not a layoff. They what do you call it when they walk off the job? They walked off the job because of a union situation.
A strike.
Strike, exactly. That's what it was. First time I ever heard of that. We were really, really young. I mean, like 5, 6, around that age. When I tell you, if we sneezed wrong, if it was a piece of paper on the floor, we would get it. My brother and I, my little sister never got any of it. It was mostly me and my brother, mostly me. And when I tell you, it was Hot Wheel race tracks. It was glasses being thrown at your face, never knowing what you're gonna get. It's hot skillets being brushed slightly next to you, not necessarily trying to touch you, but really trying to. It was starting with a belt, ending with a belt buckle, hoping that it doesn't pop you in the head, which it did a couple of times. It's running through the house, jumping over the bed like a damn track star, trying to get away. It was, what do you tell mom what happened when she gets home? It's all this stuff. It's what do you do in the middle of the night when all of a sudden your covers are coming off of you and you are not allowed to say anything? What happens when you're standing there being forced, not even tall enough to reach the sink, having to step on a chair to wash dishes and cook, but not knowing how to cook, accidentally getting a eggshell in the eggs, and then having to literally taste the eggs because you don't want them. They're in your face. That doesn't leave a child. The heat from the eggs in your face, having to watch my brother not being able to take care of me. He's 1 year older than me, so he sees what's going on with his sister. Having to watch the fact that he, couldn't do anything to help me. But I don't deal with it right now because I got primarily the help that I needed. He refused to, so he still struggles with it. He took that into his family, and he is on his 3rd divorce, I believe. It's a difficult situation, and because of the relationship with my stepfather, I didn't have as close of a relationship with my brother in our adult lives because I want to deal with things and he doesn't want to deal with things. And then when he wants to deal with things, it's not the right time to deal with things. So it's still a struggle with my brother. He has the worst temper. The wind can blow wrong and he wants to put his fist through the wall. I couldn't have him around my children growing up because of his anger. He was so angry at this. When this man passed away, my stepfather, I felt nothing. My brother cried and cried and cried, and I didn't get it. And he just passed away maybe 5, 6 years ago. And trying to figure out what was it about my brother, because I had zero feelings for this person. When he was out of our lives, when I was, I believe, 14 or 15 when finally, my mom figured out what was going on and did what she needed to do. So 14 and 15. And so you can just imagine between the ages of 5 and 6 and then having to deal with it on through, to your teen years. Difficult. But to this day, my brother can't deal with it. Like I said, he cried and cried and cried and cried at the funeral. And I later found out that that all those tears was not because he passed away. It was because things that he wanted to say and do to this man because of what happened. He was never able to do that. And that was a lost opportunity. Now he's gone. So he feels like he's never going to get it resolved. And what I try to tell my brother is that you have to heal yourself. You can't fix anybody else. All you can do is fix yourself. You've got to do whatever it takes for you to heal. And so, I did the work. There's still, residuals every now and then, but I did as much work as I could. But when I tell you that fucks you up, it does. It fucks you up. And it messes with me from time to time. It plays on you when you're parenting your children and parenting your grandchildren, and you're seeing, different things. You're noticing different things. So it changes you. And I'll land there. I will land it there.
Wow. Again, y'all, you never know. You never know. You never know who who you're speaking to. This is my first time hearing this, on this level with B. Jeannie. This topic right here alone, it just again, y'all, I can't apologize because this stuff has to, we have to talk about this stuff. And I didn't even push the live stream out. Because I didn't know how I was going to respond, and I didn't want people to report the platform. The line is, I know you lying. The line is, I know you lying. Hold on one second, Mr. M. Good to see you on the panel. Hold on one second. The line is, I know you lying.
Scammers get nervous when they hear we're coming soon. Great vibes on 10. For the win. That's the slogan we defend. Truth over fiction, I'm riding to the end. Aloe vera cool. When the drama gets hot, smooth like a breeze. When the rumors get caught, everybody panicking, everybody losing.
I don't know what the hell that was, but the line is, thank you so much. And real quick, Diana, it says that you're number one with 35,000 diamonds, but you have more than that. I think you probably somewhere around 45,000 because you were using two accounts, both of your accounts, and so I think it's more than what it shows here. And again, Melly Mel, B. Jeannie, Delanis, you're at number 3. You should see the badge next to your name. And B. Jeannie, you're at number 2. And Melly Mel, you're at number 4. Cuz you at 5. Laura, you at 6. Damn, everybody that I'm calling out is over. Yeah, all 3 of those together were 3,000 diamonds alone. So shout outs to Delanis. Miss M, was you here earlier when I gave you a shout out? Oh shit, got the damn coffee cup. She gave us she gave us the
Hey,
cup.
I missed the shout outs too. Because I came in at the end of it, so you might have to repeat it.
Ooh, that was a lot. Miss M, did you catch it? Okay, I think she's busy. Golden Rule, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm just fine. What you got on this crazy ass topic?
Well, I was gonna ask you, and if it's not appropriate, just I know you'll tell me that. But could you sum up what you experienced in one word during your childhood? What word would you use to sum it up? Yeah, I see it on your face. I think that's our word. I think our eyes, that's I recognize that look in your eyes, and I don't know that I could ever use one word, but I think we can, you know, what who we are today. Unfortunately, it molds us, and it can do so many negative things to us, but it can also make us the better people that we are today, if that makes sense. It's it's a difficult line, but when we try to look at what's positive for us, because sometimes I feel like that's the only way I can deal with it is if I just try to, this happened, but I'm a good mom today because of what was done to me, and I knew I would never do that to my child. And then there's days where I'm like, I struggle as a human being because of what was done. My anger, I don't, sometimes it's like anytime you make a mistake, you're ready for that fight, the fight of your life, because that's what you're used to coming at you for. I never took that anger on my child, but I feel terrible for these kids because I know that they, I hope that they find peace, and I hope that they have happy lives. But we know, that it scars us. It scars our mind.
Man.
And it scars our heart.
Man.
And yeah. And I don't think that any amount of time is enough. They are going to live too well. I hope they get some kind of prison justice, because it's whatever they get is too good. But yeah, I just wondered if you had thought about that maybe for yourself too, because it was a good question. If you could use one word, I don't know if I could limit it to one word, But
Because it automatically, because now you're
I love y'all. I love y'all. I wish I was there to actually give you a hug. And I know that's not gonna solve anything, but GV, I didn't even know I was up on the panel. And I'm thinking my dog may have mashed something on my phone.
Hey, shit
I
happens.
didn't realize it.
It was a dog. It was the dog in him.
Oh, it must been. Because I didn't even know you was on.
Yeah, we've been on now for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it went
I
up,
love
and
y'all.
I literally, because on the desktop we could toggle if we want to push the live stream out. I didn't push this out today because this is the stuff that I thought I was going to say. I knew that they was going to report my platform, bringing a lot of people in here. So I behaved tonight. That's all I behaved.
And I'm looking at the title of this. I missed all of it.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
yes, I missed all of it, and it may be good that I did miss it because I don't know if I'm ready. Just hearing the last 10 minutes, I think you called your sister, and she couldn't sum up one word for your stepmother. That's where I started listening.
B Genie, let me ask you a question. If you was to sum up this topic up here, for Miss M, can you sum it up for her? Just kind of get her caught up.
Yes, one word would be incredulous. That is INCREDULOUS. Reason being is that the situation like this is hard to believe because it collides with a few assumptions that people naturally hold. So the adoption system reliably should prevent extreme abuse. Children that are placed in permanent homes should be safe.
Right.
But in this case, they weren't protected. The home was not properly vetted, and these children was severely harmed. They went through prolonged cruelty. They were treated like property. These people owned them. They treated them. If you can think of, and I know it's hard for. So if you can think of the movie The Roots back in the day,
Yeah.
that is how these children were treated. Like they were actual slaves from the 1700s. This
Wait,
is absolutely crazy.
when did this take place? When was this? Something just happened?
It's recent. This is recent. They were just I believe they were just no, they was just, let's see, they were just sentenced in 2024,
Okay.
so with a combined 375 years.
Ooh.
The woman got the woman got 215 years, and the man got 160 years to serve. So they will never get out. But these children, they suffered, and they're going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. So when I say the word incredulous,
Mm-hmm.
it fits, absolutely fits. That's the one word, because the system severely failed these children.
Jesus. Oh Lord, have mercy.
hmm
I
So
thought I was about to say I thought those 16 children was overwhelming for me, but and y'all said these were African American children, and how many
yeah,
were there?
it was 5 children that was adopted by this wealthy white family. So it's
Oh
5 of them.
wow.
I don't right now offhand remember the ages, but they for young kids and early teens.
Mm-hmm.
And they were literally made to sleep in a barn, on a floor, fed bread and water, um, made to work outside, carry heavy objects with literally no shoes on. Um, they could not refuse, or if they act like they didn't want to do something, they were punished literally with their hands up. There's a picture, a video that GB had where there's a PV pipe in a guy's hand. So these children was severely tortured, treated like actual slaves. There are pictures of ropes that's on a table where the ropes was used to tie them up. Even it didn't matter what the temperature was, they still slept in the barn, never allowed to go into the house, into the main house, never allowed that. And they adopted these children. So they had parents that could not take care of them, turned them over to the system, and the system severely failed them. Failed them.
Oh Lord, have mercy. What do you all have the names of this family or the man and the woman so I can look it up?
Yes. Hold on, I can tell you exactly.
Stop. Stop, Willow.
All right, so so this happened in Kanawha County, which is in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's Sissonville, which is Sissonville,
Mm-hmm.
and the lady's name was Jeanne. So that's Jeanne. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Jeanne, middle name Kay, last name Whitaker. No, Whitefeather. I'm sorry, Whitefeather. Whitefeather.
So she had a different name.
Yes, and his name was Donald Ray Lance, Lantz. They were both 63 years old. These kids, the shed that they was in was only 20 by 14. They was made to do grueling outdoor labor, fed bread and water. You know, some of the chores they had was literally like pulling blades of grass, which is silly, carrying heavy buckets. Um, like I said, they was made to sleep literally on the floor in a garden shed. They did have a porta potty, kind of like a RV porta potty, but they had no lights, no running water. Um, yeah. They was literally, if they received food or water at all, there were times when they didn't get any at all. But when they did, it was basically maybe they got food one day, maybe they got water, maybe they got nothing for that day. And so, like I said, the judge gave them the maximum time that they could. So basically, they will never get out. But the judge was absolutely disgusted at this situation, at the system. So I think that kind of sums everything up in a nutshell.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You doing okay?
Now I'm struggling right now, Miss. When I tell you I'm struggling, these are babies, and
You're
these people are messing with these children. It's like every week, every day, somebody somewhere is messing with these children. Leave these damn children alone.
I
If
know
you
that's
wanna destroy your life, go do it. But these children, they're left with these scars, and the sad part about it is the emotional and mental scars is way worse than the ones that they physically have on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because the outside ones, the skin will heal.
That's
The
right.
heart and soul may never. I need one of those. Could you send me one, GV? I'm gonna need that. You got me. All right. Okay.
Jesus, thank you so much.
I'm going. No problem. I'm going on mute.
Oh Lord, have mercy. GV, you all right?
Miss Golden, you okay?
Miss Golden.
I am. I am. I feel terrible for these kids. I hope they're going to be okay.
I did read that they're in intensive therapy. They when they finally got help. I know they went to the hospital and was treated mentally for their mental health and for their physical health. And maybe somebody can. I don't even remember in the story right now because my emotions are all over the place and I'm trying to focus on facts and not feeling, but you can't help but feel when you can when you see what the children went through, and then you kind of know what you went through as a kid, you know, and you can see some parallels there. So I don't recall how the kids were located right now, but there it is good that I read that they are in intensive treatment, which they'll probably be in for the rest of their lives. So they're getting the help that they so desperately need, and I'm just hoping they have the ability to at least learn and live a normal life and know an existence outside of that, because these children will not trust adults. It'll be hard because the people that adopted them, that was supposed to be their parents, are the ones that did this to them.
So sad.
You know, yeah,
You know if
and
they got to stay together, or did they separate the children?
I think they kept them together. I think they kept the entire family together.
Hope so.
So I'm still doing a little research on it, and then I'm looking for other similar cases, just in comparison, just to see. But in some of my research, it's like I said earlier, this is still really prevalent. This is not even an isolated case. And when I, went through some case studies, oh my God.
It happens.
It's
It
a-
happens
it's a-
so much
some
more than we think. And I
sick
even had
Mhm.
in foster care, and they didn't do anything to us to this magnitude. But I can remember he's my ex-husband now, but when we were young and dating, we were in the same foster home, even though teen boys and girls are not supposed to be in the same home. They made an exception because we were runaways, and it was the one way that we would stay put. But the lady, she was an old white lady from the South, and we went down to Beaufort in South Carolina to her parents for Christmas, and they wouldn't let us sleep in the house because they were those white people, those racist white people. So I mean, I knew a lady that had like 6 or 7 boys, and she had them in a room on the side of her house, and it was locked off from the rest of the house. They had no food. The teenagers were taking care of the little one. CPS just fails so many, and I don't know what the adoption agency was in this case, but I hope that something is looked into with that as well.
When kids are being adopted, the state do not check on them every 3 to 6 months unannounced to see what their progress is. They don't do that.
This is what I'm wondering, and is there like a time where that stops? Or again, if you're the right skin color and got the right amount of money, do they let you slide? What is going on here that there's not some follow-up? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It seems like they should have monitor care, or somebody monitoring the visit or something unannounced. Because if you let them know you coming, they're gonna make sure that everything is kosher. But
Tell you how many times CPS worker is supposed to come and check on when I was in foster care, supposed to come and check. I never saw that. They never came in and checked, especially because one of the ladies I was staying with was a government worker, so it's just, she's good. We don't have to worry about her. I stayed in another home. It was an old lady from the UK, and she used to sit around all day, smoke cigarettes and watch soap operas, and she had one teenage white girl there. She loved her. That was the golden child, and this girl was allowed to eat and everything else. Me and the young black girl that were there, we couldn't eat. All the snacks was locked away from us. She wouldn't do the girl's hair. She let her stay around filthy. I had to learn, and I thankfully still had contact with my mother at the time, and I asked her to go buy some hair products for this young girl because she just wouldn't. She just didn't, and they let him get away with it. I never saw no CPS worker come to the house and check on us, and when they did, they didn't say nothing about the state of this child. It was disgusting.
I think that's where it needs to start from. I mean, definitely the state need to change their rules as far as these adoption processes go, because no child should have to. They went through enough trauma as it is if they're being adopted, first off, and then on top of that, you get a family that has a more money than your family did, and then they abusing you too. Something got to change. This process needs to change.
So I think how it sometimes work is that sometimes kids are fostered. So they was probably with the family before they was actually legally adopted. So you go through the honeymoon phase. So they probably were treated well, and all of the CPS visits went well. And probably immediately after adoption, they probably followed up. But at that point, they've been with the family for quite a while through the prior to the actual adoption and then at the adoption. So they probably no longer are in contact with CPS. But what I did find is that they the kids were safely removed from the couple's custody, and immediately taken to the hospital so that they could be cared for. I have a lot of more information, but I'm thinking GV is going to do other lives, and so I'll follow up and send him the additional research on that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna land it there because it's a lot, and it's too heavy to put in just one live. So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna drop down GV because some other people might want to come up. So you could drop me down if you need to. I'm fine.
Yeah, they need to have monitored, or even in foster care. I mean, they shouldn't let these kids go. I'm gonna say like maybe a duration of 5 years or whatever. They need to do it to protect these children, because I feel like these people look good on paper and their finances look good, but they need to check further, before they let these children into these homes that they have not fully investigated. And then if they investigate them, like I said, they need to have unannounced visits, and to make sure that these kids are fine.
Well, see, and this is where I'm confused because remember back in the day when you used to get government assistance, caseworkers used to show up to the house unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
So
that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why? How did this happen?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask the panel this, and GV as well. How do you feel about the race aspect of it? Whereas whereas this white couple just decided we're going to go, be the great white hope and rescue these black children, and then get home and decide they're going to be slaves.
You want me to be honest?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, all right. I was looking at do y'all remember a few months back when I covered that story with this couple out in Arkansas, in Harrison, Arkansas? Not Harris, yeah, Harrison, Arkansas, where that was the first time this year I was dealing with racial issues, and I did that because it was an unknown tension in the chat room that Miss Outlaw brought in. And so I covered that particular story just to kind of see the mindset of people.
Right.
And for the most part, I was relieved, but again, people are not really going to show their true colors until they're put in a certain situation, right? When I covered that story out in Harrison, Arkansas, where that man, remember that YouTuber? He went out there, it was a black guy. Well, he was mixed. And he went out there and he visited the head of the KKK out there. And before he got there, he was talking to an older white gentleman. And the white gentleman and the woman, they made it very clear. Hey, look here, you know, you in the sundown town, and you know we don't want blacks around here. We don't like blacks. He didn't even want to. You remember that? He didn't
Yeah, I
even want to
remember
shake the
that. I
man's
remember.
hand.
Yeah, and I remember you said that if you was doing the interview, it would have went a different way.
Oh
That young guy
yes.
would.
Oh
Mhm.
yes. Oh yes. Again, I understood he was young and he was doing that for content. But if you really wanted to get some content, better questions should have been asked. But again, I had to put his age into perspective because he didn't have much life experience to develop those questions. So to answer your question, with this situation right here, it doesn't shock me because it's a lot of Caucasian people with this mindset. Just like with the blacks, it's a lot of blacks that have the mindset of they can't stand white folks, and they are proud to say that. Same thing with the Caucasians. Again, people want to say, people want to say, that people want to paint this ideal world that this type of racism doesn't exist, or people will try to ignore it. I let people know it's all about how you handle it. Yes, dealing with this story right here can trigger any because I'm blowing some cold air in here. It's hot in here. It could trigger anyone of the melanated race. And also it could trigger other races. However, I'm trying to be respectful with answer your question. It's out there. It's no cure for it. It's no, hey, I'm gonna give you a speech and people are gonna just start loving everybody like fucking kumbaya. No. The mindset is there. It's deeply rooted because especially how the United States was where it was founded. Well, it wasn't founded, but how it was. GV, be quiet.
So what would you say
You see how
if
I'm
I
looking?
told you? I see. What would you say if I told you that authorities, when they rescued the kids, there were others being kept in locked areas in this house?
It's funny you
Just
said
food for
that.
thought.
Yeah, I'm reading that right now.
You are?
I'm
Okay.
reading that right now
I'm right now.
with video. I'm reading that right now.
Yeah.
Not surprised. And to answer B. Jeannie's question, I feel angry. I feel disgusted. As for somebody that is classified as white in this country, I feel ashamed. I feel hopelessness sometimes that we're ever going to get past, that we'll ever see a world where it's not included. Sometimes you hear people say, I can't stand black people, I can't stand white people, I can't stand. It's a big difference between you just don't like me and you would do this to a child or to anybody just
Right.
because of the color of their skin.
Absolutely.
You don't have to like me, but you don't have to hurt me. That's not right.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And the weird thing is that this is was a major issue in my family for my great grandparents because my great grandmother was black and she married a white guy, and then so my grandmother is mixed, and then my grandmother being mixed, she married a white guy, so my mom is mixed. The blacks for as far as my great grandparents, the black ones did not like the white ones, and the white ones could not stand the black ones. And it was the white side that was poor and the black side that was wealthier. But they did not get along. Literally, we talking Hatfield and McCoys. They did not get along at all. So learning that history of when you know that you come from that in the deep South, that's hard. You know, my
Yes.
mother she came home from school one day and their house was nothing. The house was gone. They torched it, burned the house down. They came home, my mom and her four sisters, and the house was. She said the chimney was the only thing still standing. So, and it was the white side of the family that did it. So, yeah.
Kind of similar, but it was the Dutch and Indonesian. And when my great grandfather married an Indonesian woman, the white people, the Dutch people, they totally disowned them. And if the kids came around in order to come in their house, they had to like strip naked and be hosed off because they said that they were dirty and just real nasty. And I just don't. I'll never understand it. I keep trying to. I'll never understand it. But it's very hard for those who are a product of both sides and have to deal with that in their own family. There's positive that comes from it. I think our children have a better understanding of things at times, but you also do like what B. Jeannie's family went through. I mean, that's awful. That's terrible.
All I can do is call on Jesus because I'm telling you, it's a lot. I hear a lot of things happening to people in relationships that have, mixed kids and stuff like that, and them treating children differently. And I'm like, I came so close to going to jail. Move back. Stop. Will you stop? I can't play with you right now.
What's wrong with people? It's a baby. When you see a kid, don't you just love that kid no matter what? Even
Yes.
if it's not my family, just little face and little hands and little feet, and they just, you know.
Yep. And I've it's this is a part of my life that I didn't tell GV, and I'm not ready to
Yeah. Yeah.
discuss it right now.
You told me
It's
last
heavy.
month. Yeah, you told me last
Yes.
month. Take your
It's
time.
super heavy. It's super heavy. And my aunt, like I said, I almost went to jail. My aunt haven't spoken to me probably about 10, 11 years because her husband had essayed my little cousins. And I'm just gonna leave that right there. So y'all can just imagine the hurt. He's no longer alive. So the one that committed this act on my little cousins.
Good.
Yeah. But it's just something that my aunt, I don't understand how she allowed somebody to come in and mistreat, after this husband passed away, her mixed child. that, like I said, I almost went to jail. If I hadn't left when I did leave and she didn't press charges against me, I probably would have been locked up. Because you're not going to mistreat no child around me, period. Point blank.
All adults should be.
And I have such a passion for small children. And I'm thinking that's maybe the reason why I don't have any children, because I love so hard. And when I see small children being mistreated, I want to fix that problem then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And sometimes I could be overstepping my boundaries, but at the same time, I'd rather say something than not say something at all.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm still trying to deal with a lot of stuff and to better control how I see things happening around me. I can only report it. I can't take things in my hands anymore or try to, I'm going to say, defend the innocent when I see it happening. I react quicker than I think. So I'm trying really hard and been working on me for some time to fix that. With this this relationship with this couple up here that got money, and I'm noticing that anytime somebody got money, they can afford, well, they can afford lawyers, they can afford to do anything they want. And I really feel like sometimes things fall through the cracks, especially when they are allowing people of the opposite race adopt children that they don't know much about the culture. I'm trying to keep it respectful. And they don't check on these children because these people got money. That's all in their mind, that these people got money. They're going to take good care of them. That's what they're thinking. Not knowing that they are putting these kids in harm's way. Do we think all people this way? No. All people are not. All people that are Caucasian that adopt Black children are not this way. But it makes me wonder now. Because, you know, if the system or the government is not checking on these children, who knows what's happening? I'm gonna be quiet now because I can go on and on and on.
It's a whole lot happening.
It is a whole lot. Shout out to Delanis. Delanis, the Match Master. I think that's one of those specialty gifts in the gift gallery. You just took the title on that. Delanis, your ass been coming in showing out. You acting a fool. So Delanis, thank you so much for, because that other thing you threw, I couldn't even pronounce it. They had to spell it out in the chat. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the fuck that shit was. Y'all, let's get Laura in here. Laura, how you doing? Welcome to the platform. Welcome to
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Fine. I was just gonna say that one thing that I've observed a lot with knowing people that were our social workers, our counselors, our foster parents, adopted, is that a lot of people get into that business or they get in that career because of their own past experiences. And I think that that's good, and I think that that's bad. The reason I say that that's good is because, of course, if you've been through it, you understand, you know what they're going through, you're fighting harder for them. But then there's another part of that's the bad part that people are seeing, and that's when there's people that haven't dealt with their trauma and they're still suffering through it, or they're still angry and they just let stuff, do you know what I mean? Like, they haven't dealt with their own pain. They're letting that kid get abused just like they were. Or they're seeing it like, oh, well, look at, this parent right here. I know what kind of kid that is or what parent they are. Or you got these people that don't know anything about the children and they go because they want to, they're good people. They want to help kids, blah, 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 but they don't know anything. So then they go and they're judging them, like Miss M said, by the appearance, kind of like Miss Outlaw said. When CPS came, she said my house was, real nice. She has a nice house. It's clean. And they do. They walk through your house. They're going to see if you have food. They're going to walk through. And just because, but it's sad. They're not supposed to go by appearances, but they do. We all do it. People do that. That's another thing. And then I was going to say another thing about the adopting and fostering is that I know that we're hoping that, one day we get to adopt, but it is with fostering. I know that they're over, there's not a lot of placements, and they will tell you, a lot of people want babies. It's true. They want babies. If they're adopting, you want to have a baby. And so it gets to where, sadly, some people are just, they don't care because they want a baby and they want to love whatever. They don't have a problem with what race it is or anything. But there are people that say that they don't care, but when it comes down to it, they do care. Or they see it like, I'm going to adopt this baby as they're on, with a mixed race because I want that attention. Like it's a bag, like it's a purse, it's accessory. And you see that too, that bond, that maternal bond is never connected. That's what's, with the adoption, like for some reason that bond, if there's no connection, then that child's in a lot of trouble, So I just think it's more or less like people aren't being honest with themselves. They're not dealing with their own problems, their own issues. And I don't think it's fair to the children. And I think they need to definitely, we have to protect these kids. And it starts with, I don't know. I mean, the CPS is failing them. Like why are they even in CPS? Like we got to start pulling these roots out and stopping the cycle. Like this is just keeps going and it's just going to keep happening. And it's happening in our families and other people's family. And it's just going to keep going unless something stops.
Exactly.
I mean, the uncle, how many of us have heard that or had that weird cousin or that weird uncle? You know what I mean? Like that girl, that beautiful young girl that did the rap song. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? And she said, when my uncle, about everybody's uncle, I don't know I forgot the rap song, but she was basically saying, y'all block, he's doing this to all of us and nobody's saying anything, So it is true. It's like we just, I don't know, we're getting numb to it, and we can't be numb to kids. We cannot be numb to kids.
Absolutely, you're right about that.
But let me tell you something. So what was weird is growing up in the deep South and in the 60s. My mother, like I said, she's mixed, so she looks more white. My father is about as dark as you can get. Turn off a light, he go missing because he's just that dark. However, my brother and I, we're just brown, just not light bright, but we're just like a caramel complected brown. So growing up, my mom said that people would look at me and my brother and think that she was a nanny, or she was caring for us, and she would always have to say, no, these are my children, because we don't look like our mother. We look completely different, but that's what happens. There are no pure races anywhere anymore, ever. And no matter, even these people that are being racist, I bet you if they look deep enough into their own history, they will see that there are just no pure races, unless they're inbreeds, like some people say. But nobody's pure anymore. Everybody's mixed with something.
That's right, and that's why people need to cut the BS, because there is no such thing. And Miss M, I just wanted to say, I know you said you don't have children, but I think when you carry something so heavy you do have kids. Not everybody that gives birth is a mother, and not women that don't give birth doesn't mean that they're not a mother. You know what? Kids need us to do what adults should do. Protect any child around you. Love any child around you.
Yes, indeed.
It's just getting so sad. This is crazy that this is happening in 2026. This was in somebody's back. They were in a shed in somebody's backyard. Like, how does this happen? How did this even happen at all? Like, it's just like this story that we were talking about yesterday. I know, I guarantee you that there's going to be there's other people that knew about those kids and nobody gets involved. Nobody says anything. And it's not fair. It's just sad. This is sad. We're going numb to it. And that's not good. When you start becoming numb, that's when things get dangerous. And that's when bad things happen. It's when you're numb.
Yeah, I think and I said that yesterday. You know, a lot of people are growing numb to the situation that's going on here. I do have on Sunday. I do have somebody. Simply Sherry, thank you for this journal that's flying through the air with a balloon. Never seen a balloon in space. Thank you for that journal. I got somebody that's going to go by their house on Sunday. And they're going to they're going to have their camera on. We're going to do this live, and I want to see this. I want to see this house in real time. So I got somebody that's going to go by there, and because I really want to see. I really want to see this home in real time.
Which house? This from the story tonight? From this story?
No, the other with the 12 kids. I mean, the 16 kids locked up.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
And that should be down to the ground. This house too. They shouldn't be standing anymore.
It should. It normally that was supposed to happen. The county's supposed to, the sheriffs, the city's supposed to come in and condemn the house, and then of course it's supposed to get knocked down. So these houses, you know, they should not be standing at all. But you know, the DA will have to put in an order, you know, and give them reasons why this house should be condemned. But I'm hoping if the neighborhood can come together and prove their case, it can happen. But we don't know if anybody's working on it. So that's going to be a great live on Sunday. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go. I will be live tomorrow morning, but I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow evening because I want to give people a chance. I mean, you know, time to spend time with their families. We know that family reunions are happening tomorrow. We know a lot of family cookouts are happening tomorrow. People are going to be with their family on tomorrow, and also watching the fireworks displays that's going to be happening around the United States and also on you know the Virgin Islands. And I just found out last year, did y'all know it's more places out here on this planet that the United States have control over that we don't know nothing about? I was looking at some other countries, small countries that's out there that the United States have full control over. And I never knew this. Never knew this at all. I'm talking about around the world. It fucking blew my mind. But it's up to y'all. I could run a poll tomorrow morning, but I will feel comfortable not to do it, not to go live tomorrow evening because I know it's going to be a big day for a lot of people. So Laura, thank you for supporting the platform. Like the way you have.
I hope you're gonna take your kids and go see fireworks.
Yeah, last time we did that, one of the fireworks came towards me and I screamed like a bitch. It was crazy because it chased me. Delinus, thank you for the swan. Now normally I'd be the one that I love to host the fireworks. but y'all, the price of fireworks, them cannons, they are up. They're up. And shit, recession. Well, I ain't gonna say recession, but hey, at the end of the day, my you know, bills, food, and different things like that comes first. But man, we used to have shows over here. But we gotta me and my kids, you know, we're looking at a few places that we're going to go around the city that's gonna, you know, have hell. We can sit in our backyard, and you know, the church down the street, they do a huge display every single year, and we can sit in the backyard and just see these awesome fireworks displays. But
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. For most of us, you can just go outside. Somebody is doing something somewhere, you know, up the street, around the corner, so you could pretty much see fireworks in your own yard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can I just say, if there's anybody that's not going to be with family on this holiday, anybody can feel free to message me. I hate to think of anybody sitting alone. And maybe watch a replay as well, you know, but I'll be periodically checking my phone. My daughter has to work, and it's too hot and dry here to shoot fireworks, and I am not barbecuing nothing. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. So please feel free to message me if you're alone and feeling like you want some company.
Man, y'all, it's hot outside. It's hot. So I want y'all to understand what's going on right now. It's called a Super El Nino. This is the reason why we have this heat wave, and these storms are producing like they is. I mean, like they are, and it's sitting right over on the right upper side of the United States, and it's just sitting there. That's why we catching this heat like crazy. Did you call us an El Negro? No, it's a Super El Nino.
I know what you said.
That's what it's called. And it's a motherfucker. It's beating everybody's tail. Y'all walking outside, y'all just say, you know what? Not today. Turn around, walk back on the inside. Not today. You play too much.
I'm not going to no fireworks. I'm not even going to the damn garage. It's hot. I'm not going.
How about you go in the attic and see what that feel like?
Nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. My husband said he and my son are probably gonna grill out, but he says he's gonna do it really early.
Tell him bring the grill in there on the inside. Tell him bring the grill inside the house.
Sir.
You can grill inside the house.
I'm pretty sure you can, but we're gonna do it on the stove.
You know, just bring it in, put the charcoal in there, light it up.
Carbon.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that.
We don't need the food because we'll be dead.
Yeah, don't worry about all that. Y'all talking too much. Don't fuck that carbon, whatever the hell you call it. Fuck all that shit. Bring that grill on the inside of the house. Put that charcoal in there. Put that fluid on there. Let it sit for a few seconds. Then you light that son of a bitch up inside the house.
You better get a George Foreman grill or something.
That's too much money. The grill is get that charcoal. Light it up inside the house. You'll thank me later. Have your house insurance on standby. Make sure you have all the paperwork.
Y'all, I had to cut down my pecan tree today, so have a moment of prayer for my pecan tree. It was too close to the house. I had to let it go, and it broke my heart. I had to cut it down.
Aww.
All them damn pecans that be falling every year.
All them pecans, all those good expensive pecans.
Yeah, 10 for free. Who about to somebody call GV?
Me. Can you do us a favor from all of us, or tell your sister that we're sending our love and prayers to her?
Yes, I will definitely.
And of course, all of y'all.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I would definitely do that.
And we're all. I know. I'm very proud of you, and I'm sure everyone else is too. It takes a lot of courage to say what you did, especially coming from a man. I'm just being real. So especially on live, so that just says a lot about you and all the other people in here. Like, thank y'all so much for sharing. And again, it's just one day at a time, and we're all here for each other. So I'm here too if y'all need me. All right, so that's all I wanted to say.
That's what I'm
Good
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm finna drop everybody on the panel. Hold on, before I do that, Miss M. and Miss M and Big Jeannie. I want to make sure I get the right get the right information. I'm so glad I didn't push this live stream out tonight because I didn't want to deal with a bunch of people on tonight. Yesterday was enough. I had over 400 people in here. I said I ain't pushing this out. Not today. I'm not doing that. I opened up the damn floodgates when I did that shit. So, B Jeannie, with your watch hours, the watch time over the past 28 days, you watched this live stream. Watching me live stream for 81 hours and 34 minutes. And damn. And then Miss M, you in the last 28 days, you came in at number 11 with 17,600 what they call it coins, but it's diamonds. So you came in at number 11, and Diana, she came in at number 1, and B Jeannie, you came in at number 6 with 36,900. And Laura, you up here on the platform, and you was at number 9 with 23,000. And Laura, with your watch time, y'all, Queen T is number 1 at 83 hours, 56 minutes. Like, what the hell is she doing? Is it when I go live, she just sit the phone down? Like, that's crazy work. Laura,
it's dedication. Dedication. Dedication.
That's a lot. Laura, you've been watching the platform for 72 hours and 46 minutes over the past 28 days.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
You petty, all right? You petty. A lot of us needed that laugh. Because this live, you said, can I tell you yours again, Kiki? Yes. Kiki, your most watched time, 70 hours and 45 minutes over the past 28 days. And... 5,529 diamonds over the past 28 days. Again, I really appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. Don't watch time hours are fucking crazy work. Marshawn, he had 75 hours. Marshawn just being the cut. You said, oh God, I need a life. Yeah, Marshawn is up there. So again, Laura, thank you. Thank you. I'm finna go ahead and drop everybody. Miss M, thank you. Kiki, B Jeannie, again, all of y'all, thank y'all so much. I got the best group of people ever. Like, I really got the best group of people. Just make sure y'all here in the morning. I got to go in here, check on my children, make sure that they're okay. But again, damn, I hate Diana got out of here. Shit, I gotta go back on the replay so I can catch those. But I do want to give a shout outs to because I took a picture of it, so I didn't forget. Diana, she set the double fireworks, and then she threw the whale diving. Then she threw another whale diving, and then Diana came back in and threw the specular show. I don't know what that is, but that right there was 7,000 diamonds by itself. 7,000. I know, Kiki. That was 7,000 diamonds by itself. And then the Lioness came in and threw the Future City. She grabbed the title on that one. And then Diana, she sent the Mystery Fireworks. That was 2,000 diamonds. Diana sent them another Mystery Fireworks. That was another 2,000. Then she sent the drum. That was another 500. Kiki, you sent the Love You So Much. You sent 30 of those. So I took a picture of it so I wouldn't forget. So I wouldn't forget them. Because when the video was playing, it was very heavy and I didn't want to break that. I got you. You say you sent me some stories. Oh, TikTok that's in your area. That may be good to cover. I got you. And another little girl missing in some. I saw that one. So again, y'all, we got a lot to cover. All right. And so again, thank y'all so much. Gina, damn Gina, that's a tapper. 36,000 taps. That's a damn tapper. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Candy Cane at 22,000. Queen Nia almost at 19,000. Diana at 12,000. Gina, that's a damn tapper. I don't care what nobody say. That's a damn tapper. The line is you at 13,000 diamonds. Gina, you at 10,000. Melly Mel, you at 7,800. Cuz, you at 4,800. Laura, you at 17. Randy, you at 1,200. Golden Root at 1,100. Candy K almost at 1,100. Kiki, then Millie's mom, Yvonne's, Miss Baker, Sonia, Angela, and Kiki for the hand hearts. Y'all are amazing. Even though TikTok will take most of it. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Y'all, please watch this replay. Let people know to get over here, support the platform. They can easily find your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win over on YouTube and Rumble. So make sure that y'all are sending people over there for the replays. And for the most part, y'all have been doing that. Again, YouTube and Rumble, do not forget to tell people to help me out, to let people know to subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow the channel. Don't forget to join that membership. TikTok, please join my super fan club. That's going to help promote the channel also too. Please join the super fan club TikTok. Please join, for the love of God, please join that. Until tomorrow morning, y'all. 2 days in a row, twice live. 2 days in a row, we went live in the morning and also in the evening. Y'all give me the energy to do that. So again, thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. I will see y'all on tomorrow. This your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win.
Yeah. Hey yo, Great Vibes on 10. True Squad in the building. Mr. Clean, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun, and Loretta Von Lux. Everybody, body.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
Everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Great Vibes on 10. Everybody sing it loud. Great. Yeah. The van keeps rolling, got the team all set. Chasing down the facts on the internet. Everybody talking, everybody got a claim. But we pull up looking deeper than the fame. Candy cane swinging that candy cane high.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
Sweet on the surface, but she call out a lie. Got receipts in the pocket, watch the stories all collide. Mr. Clean in the middle with the game plan tight. Keeping everybody focused when it turns into a fight. Great Vibes on 10, that's the motto every night. Bringing calm to the madness underneath the spotlight. Great Vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True Squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great Vibes on 10. Great Vibes on 10. For the win, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan in the mix. Ronnie Wet,
Danger Bun,
and Loretta, dropping hits. Great Vibes on 10. Yeah, we turning up the room. Scammers get nervous when they hear we're coming soon.
Great Vibes on 10.